Hello, welcome. This is Sports This Morning. We're reaching live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Last week, Wednesday, former Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi passed away. And just 3 days after, former Super Eagles coach Amadou Shuaibu followed. Double tragedy it is for football in Nigeria. We'll continue to pay tributes to fallen heroes.
Yeah, definitely, both of them Nigerian legends. You can talk about the Super Eagles story without these two great coaches who have done so much for the country. Now, from Nigerian football now, straight to basketball. Today, the Tigers will begin their quest to get a ticket for the Olympic Games in Rio. And of course, at 5 p.m. today, they will be facing against Belarus, their first group game, which is in Group C.
All the best to the Tigers. I mean, they have their work cut out playing against this Belarus side that is ranked 10th in the world. Okay, also on the show, Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton has dedicated his Canadian GP win to the late great Muhammad Ali. On the slowdown lap, Hamilton was heard saying on radio, "Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee." That was for Ali, in reference to the Ali's famous quote from 1974. I mean, yeah, it was very interesting, when, during the slowdown, lap, when he made that pronouncement. It goes to show that, Ali just transcends all, just not the boxing alone, all sports, different generations, different eras. I mean, Hamilton, was still a kid when Ali, was in his prime, or wasn't even born then. Wasn't even born. What am I talking about? Yeah. So yeah, it just shows you how great Muhammad Ali was.
Yeah, definitely.
And still is.
Hamilton, of course, he won the Canadian Grand Prix ahead of Sebastian Vettel.
He
was able to. I mean, that's why he says. That's why he had to use that code, because Sebastian Vettel started leading and all that. So somehow he was able to float like he was.
Yeah, it was floating,
and before you know it, he stung, and of course he ended up just winning that ahead of him. For him, now just 8 points adrift off the championship leader. Talking about Nico Rosberg, who finished 6th in the championship. Verstappen, your guy, I mean, he finished 5th in that one. Right?
Yeah, that was a good race for him. I mean, Austin.
Yeah, really good race. It's just, you need to keep getting better. After winning, the next race he crashed, and then this one is finishing 5th. To get there, we all know it's still a little bit inexperienced, and I've said it in Formula a number of times. You need luck to win.
Yeah, you need a lot of luck.
You need good strategy. You need good teamwork from your engineers and everybody. Your tires should also cooperate.
Yeah, it wasn't puncture like Nico Rosberg.
There you go. I remember when we were saying it here.
Austin, look at you.
Now who is on top?
And we're back to it. I mean, it's still on. It's not on top, but it's very close to the top now, because 2 races ago it was 43 points. Nico Rosberg, had on Lewis Hamilton. Now that's disappeared. Now it's down to 9 points. I mean, Austin, that's it. That's Formula One for you. I mean, a big lead
out of what
a big lead, can't be wiped out. Really fast in Formula One, and that's what we're seeing so far. And Hamilton right now, it looks like a man on a mission. He started the season really poorly, but it looks like he's starting to get in his stride now. And for Nico Rosberg, something wrong, something he hasn't done well in the last 2 races. In Monaco, he started 2nd on pole. He didn't finish on the podium. This time around again, he started 2nd on pole. He didn't finish on the podium. Something is wrong there. I think mentally, sometimes Nico Rosberg can be a bit soft. He has to work on that, because ever since Hamilton, rattled him at the Spanish Grand Prix, when they crashed out, he hasn't been the same.
Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, finishing 5th is definitely not going to help him, because, I mean, at the beginning of the race, both of them actually had a little bit of heat off and all that, but he went off the track into the grass, but somehow he came back, it was not 10th, and he had to just manage his way to that position. I was thinking he was going to overtake Max Verstappen, but he just couldn't. Verstappen finished 4th. And for Rosberg, finishing outside the podium again 2nd time in a row is not good for him at all. Lewis Hamilton has taken about 34 points out of him. And right now, you're looking that, okay, any more mistake from him, Hamilton is definitely going to take over.
That's it. Yeah.
Also, good race for Sebastian Vettel.
Vettel, yeah.
We keep saying that it's one driver that needs to, make a statement at the beginning to do that. Podium finishes that does a lot of good to your next race.
Yes.
And while we're talking about Sebastian Vettel, what's going on with Fernando Alonso? This season has been crazy. Maybe because of last season, it was all about Rosberg, Hamilton, Rosberg, Hamilton, and then once in a while you talk about Vettel. But as the season progresses, let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
I think this is a bit more competitive than what we saw last season.
Yeah, yes. Just a bit, right?
A bit more competitive than what we saw last season. Okay. We're talking about the Tigers now. They played 2 friendly games against Turkey. They lost, back to back.
Yeah, but it's D-Day now.
It's D-Day.
This is what really matters. And this is what they've been getting ready for all these, weeks, and it's time.
Yeah, it's definitely time. They will be playing Belarus later today.
Yeah.
Because that's their opening game in Group C. And for the Tigers, if you check the list that was actually given, he had 4 new players added to the team. Remember, we spoke to the coach, before this, a week before, just 2 days before they started their camp, that it says something about the fact that they understood the teams they're going to play. They've studied them very well. They've taken a look at their weaknesses and all that. So they're actually bringing in new players, to see how they can actually tackle that. Now, there you have the roster for the final qualification. And Helen Ogunjimi, of course, the captain, she's leading Upe Atose. She was here, one of the ladies who won a first bank, talking about the women's basketball championship.
She was in
the studio talking about the game of promise. Amu Kamara, one of the new ladies, Sarah Ogoke, you have Izine Kalu, Joyce Ekoremanjo, Uju Ugoka also among the names. They have Adora Lonu, Ndidi Madu, Ellen Ibiam, you have Chioma Udeja, and of course Olainka Sani, 2 home-based players, making the list there. Well, our name in Keche, it's actually not there. Chioma, of course, the first bank, she was able to make it, and of course you have to see 2 home-based players making it, 2 new names, coming into the squad. So for Coach Nandiji, he believes that these ladies can definitely do the country proud. All they need to, you have 12 teams, of course, you need 5 tickets. All they need to do just win 2 games and get into the Final 4, and of course, you get a ticket.
I don't know how confident Austin is in this one, Austin.
I know, guys. I don't know. I just think the preparation is there now. But these ladies understand the objective of this mission. Win here, pick a ticket to Rio Olympics. And with what we're watching, they were just unfortunate not to win this in Cameroon. So the quality everywhere in this team. And the good thing is, each time you speak to the players abroad, they say, look, we've been working, we've been playing basketball, and we believe that we can, with the right blend of the home-based players, we can do the country proud. For Coach Scott Sinaji, he has done so much work with this team. He understands that they just need to play more basketball to get solid. But come on, guys, it's the OQTs, and everyone just wants to be at the Olympics, so it's really tough. But I'm not taking away anything from this D-Tigress team.
You're not ruling them out.
I'm not ruling them out, but I'm just worried it's going to be really tough for them.
I agree, Austin. I mean, it's not going to be a question of motivation, because all these teams that are here, they're all motivated. So sometimes you need other things, to go your way. You need to be adequately ready and prepared for this kind of tournament, and that's where I have my problem. Like I said, Austin, I thought the preparations could have been, better, but that's done now, and they have to, get ready for tip-off against Belarus. And I said at the start of the show that Belarus are ranked, 10th in the world. There's a reason they are ranked that high, because they're a very good side, very decent side. So the Tigers have got their work cut out. I mean, but in time, let's take a look at the matchups. The teams. In terms of height, Belarus, they've got about 7 6-footers in the team. Nigeria, we're not bad as well, so we've got about 6 6-footers. So one thing in basketball you can't teach is height. It's very important. You've got length, and hopefully Scott Energy, has done his, he's got his scouting report,
He did that very well.
He did that, right? You're confirming that to me.
That's what he said, because they've actually watched Belarus and all the teams they want to play and all that. He had checked their weakness. That's why he had to bring in 4 new players, the ones that are really good on the ball, are very fast, taller, and everything to actually complement what they did at the championship.
As a team in basketball, that's all you need. I don't really think the heights will count. Yes, in field basketball, we don't see the dogs all the time. When you play as a team, it works. Oh, even the male basketball, Allen Iverson wasn't that tall.
Steph Curry. Yeah, look at Steph Curry. I mean, the wonders he's doing.
They're all Steph Curry is about 6 feet.
Yeah, but Wade is not tall. Allen Iverson is not that tall also.
You're about 6 feet. What are you talking about?
6 feet.
They're not exactly giants, but they're about 6 feet.
In women's basketball, it's not sure.
You got points.
Play as a team, get into your mix zone, and then you just put the ball in. That's all that matters, particularly if you can shoot from the three-pointer. You are a fantastic player. But let's just wish them all the best. Katsina just said that yes, they are higher than Nigeria in the rankings, but they can spring some, and that's what we want, surprises.
Okay, well, surprises, talking about the DSTV Premier Basketball League. I mean, Mark Meadows, the defending champions, just couldn't make it into the final 8. Everyone was actually shocked. The coach left, some of the big players left the team, and at the end of the day, just have few players to cope with. So Mark Meadows couldn't make it into the final 4. From the Savannah Conference, you have the regulars, Caterpillars, of course, were finalists last season. Plateau Peaks, that's a shocker. This Plateau Peaks is actually being coached by a female. They have Gombe, who's of course Niger Forces. Then talking about the Atlantic Conference, of course, you also have the regulars, but Kwara Falcons happens to be the one that actually, top this one from this particular conference. Kwara Falcons topping that. You also have River Hoppers, known as Royal Hoppers, 2 times basketball championship, but somehow they went down to they left the league for a while because they couldn't make it. They were relegated, and now they are back, but they were able to make it to the playoffs. You have Nigeria Customs and also Luyole. Whereas remember the likes of Union Bank Islanders, they decided to play in the African Basketball League and all that, so they're really not part of the Atlantic Conference, more like depleted now. But there you have just some of the teams that will be playing. It's going to start on the 20th of this month. But we're still waiting to hear the venue. Is it going to be in Lagos or in Abuja? So we're waiting where the final 8 is going to be. But usually it's in Lagos, so we enjoy it and all go there to watch and everything.
From Lagos are right part now. Of it. Let's set the records to maybe Pula. They were suspended because they took part in the ABL. But wake me up after the final.
How could they have been able to manage it? I mean, it's difficult. I mean, getting 2 teams to play in one and another one. So they felt that one is more lucrative. So NBBF, what they have to do now to make this one more competitive, more money into it and everything. Make it like the MPFL.
It is competitive. Everything is about rules, regulations, guidelines, and you need to follow them. But wake me up after the final 8. Mark Mentor's not part of it from the Savannah Conference. I was just like, that's the problem. These were champions last year. What's going on? Who is not consolidating? Who is not getting better? Who is letting go of all the machinery that made you a winning team? Questions to be answered. Because I don't know, for a team as good as Mark Meadows that even stunned, we were tired of the dominance from Caterpillars.
They came,
ended it, and now they can't.
They can't even sustain it.
They can't wake me up after the final.
It's way too early, to be crashing out. Not even making the final 8 playoffs. It's not good enough. So I hope the management of Mark Meadows, have a proper look at what has gone wrong this season.
They understand. They know what happened. Your coach is leaving. I mean, check it. They've actually set the record.
Come and go. That's how
defending champions in the Nigerian Basketball League. Not making it
which is not good enough.
So that's not a good record they're setting there. So if they can actually get some of their players back,
that's it. Coaches come and go, players come and go as well. So you just have to do your best, to recruit, the absolute best if you want to remain, on top of the league.
That's
as simple as that.
So that's the updates coming from this year's Formula 1 season. We talked about the women OQTs. We want to wish the Tigers all the best as they confront Belarus. And of course, we just finished talking about the DSTV Premier Basketball League. Let's go on a quick break now. I'll come back, talk some more sports. Don't go anywhere.